Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3 as Belgium. We have made a couple of changes before the start of the episode here. I think at the end of the last episode, I ended with a few new techs and some building modes and things like that. And you can see a lot of buildings are in a state that I don't normally like to see them in, with this like variable mode or whatever we'd call this, right? Which shows there's like buildings in a few different states of affairs over here. And normally it's like, well, one of these must be better, so we probably want everything on it. And generally speaking, yeah, there's like, you know, the one mode that's technically superior, this or this or this or this. But we're a relatively largish country here. I mean, okay, yes, no, maybe so. But we're geographically spread out. And with lots of different capabilities in different areas. And presumably, I would say also differences in costs of like wages and things like that, right? So what I did, rather than go through here, because I do ultimately want to move all the buildings to presumably the most advanced, latest modes, but a lot of these mode changes weren't necessarily going to be profitable. In particular, a lot of the cases where the modes over here are about automation, right, which decrease the number of workers you need while increasing the number of, in this case, tools and coal. That's all it does. It doesn't increase our output or anything like that. It just frees up a bunch of labor. What I decided to do is manually, and this is kind of a little annoying because it involved a lot of clicking and things. But I went into both Wallonia and Flanders and switched all these buildings, or most of these buildings, over to modes that were more automation, with the idea that this is most likely where we have a lot of our highest sphere of influence, standard of living, and most likely this was a place where we would get more value for automating and therefore needing fewer workers while consuming more resources. Also, it would limit how many resources I would have to consume for it. So I went through each one of these and did that. I also set all these buildings to be publicly traded because what I want to do is encourage having more capitalists with the idea that they will invest more into our private construction queue and hopefully keep that going. I've also gone ahead and in-queued a few things over here. Right at the top of the queue, we do have a port in Belgian Herorland because it is currently isolated. Belgium, Mozambique is also currently isolated, but it is not coastal. Is it here? I said Mozambique, but it's Mocambique. Anyway, this place here. This continues to be a weird area that I can't quite understand. This is the area where we had a war front that we couldn't reach with our army. So there's definitely something bonkers with the geography over here. So this being isolated is kind of problematic, and maybe, you know what, maybe this is the thing that's going to lead us into fighting Portugal. Could be. The other thing is there's a railway in Wallonia. Currently, transportation costs are high, and it doesn't have full infrastructure. We've got that. And then I tried to address shortages. Oh, I've got a second railway in Wallonia over here because I think it's going to need it as well, but not quite as desperately. Then I tried to address certain shortages that we had. We're short on rubber with limited abilities to import. I also set up a whole bunch of import and export routes to try to normalize our markets a little bit. But yeah, rubber's not something that was really available on the world market, so I've queued up a few plantations over here. How's the construction efficiency in these places? It's not the worst. Okay, we can eat that. And then we also have a fairly decent demand for coal. I think we're over 1,000 units of coal short, so I've queued up a variety of coal mines all over the place. And yeah, we're gonna have some in Belgium proper over here because keep the local prices low, and then we've got some in our overseas colonies because we get more extraction efficiency and presumably cheap labor. So we got that set up, but I still have the queue paused right now, just because right now the construction sector costs are still relatively high, and I would like to get us out of the halfway point of debt, and maybe bring us to like a quarter of our debt capacity and then unlock construction. We'll see. I don't like not constructing because it feels like we're not moving the country forward right now, but I think we're going to have to go ahead and eat that. We do have the professional army, so I want to pause because I think I want to start a law as well. We do have convoys. We do have the professional army unlocked. I would like to buy more barracks and expand that, but we may have to wait just a tick before that happens. Quart of gin and beer. Anti-alcohol. See, this seems wrong. Run a smear campaign against these immoral bacchanalians. No beer, no vote. Okay. Regulatory bodies. We have a movement pushing that, and I'm kind of in favor of this. So the labor rights laws, there's regulatory bodies and workers' protection. Both of them decrease dangerous work conditions by 20% per office safety levels, which seems like a good thing. The workers' protection also enacts a minimum wage, and that we probably don't want to pursue if we don't have to. It can lead to quite an economic crash in your nation, depending on how things go, because of the way the minimum wages get calculated and stuff. But I'm not opposed to this. And speaking of opposed, the only people who are opposed, the industrialists, will still absolutely love me while running this. No one is going to become radicalized. So I'm going to say, yes, let's go for it. Maybe help keep some of our radicals a bit under control. United States of America wishes to enter an agreement with us. I accept. Trade is good. So yeah, hopefully just burn off a little bit of this. How much are we paying in debt interest right now? Yeah, 24K per month is pretty brutal. It would be nice to eliminate a bunch of that. But again, at the cost of not developing our economy right now, sort of hurts. Excuse me. Oh, we took a dip in GDP here. Presumably as I was tweaking some of these modes or pausing the construction, so all of a sudden all these construction offices don't have the same demand. I think it's going to have to be all right. We have a lot of events all of a sudden. Swindling futurity. Oh, this is related to positivism, isn't it? Free trade parties, extensive money loaning, saddled future generations with an undue burden. Listen, I'm trying to get the debt under control. Find a scapegoat. Blame the industrialists. No matter what, it hurts the free trade party one way or another. We'll find a scapegoat, I guess. I don't know what necessarily how much of a difference it makes one way or the other. Yeah, sure. Rubber rush. Minor interests. Regular bodies, okay. Let them bicker. Here's the thing. I don't think I care about this movement becoming more radical because I'm already supporting this. Right? They're already placated. And this decreases the political strength of rural folk, which I think is something we'd like to see. So, okay. Let's do that. Election! Patriotic Party, which is all petit bourgeoisie and not the military. Interesting. Yeah, that's good. So the next most legit government would be just the petit bourgeoisie. We actually are at 71 with them and the industrialists, which I think I prefer. So I'm not going to make any changes there. Okay, no major problems reported. This is annoying, but we can't fix it currently. Oh, there we go. That is getting better. I mean, I could have raised taxes, but again, that would just give us more radicals. So I don't necessarily want to do that, although I really would like to burn this off as quickly as possible. I wonder if it's worth raising taxes for a little while. Just to help the debt pay off. Here we go. Big government quill. Ooh, Benin. How much do we care? How much do we care? Chance of a famine occurring. I'd rather not trigger something worse, I guess. All right, we'll put some money into it. I mean, we do have the income to cover it, but it's a little annoying. What do we have here? Uptick in funds promoting regulatory bodies. Time goes down, success go up. Universal pop political strength. Political strength from wealth. Woo! Vast sums of money flowing into politics. I was going to say, like, how do we get, like, more money in here? So this makes it stronger. Okay. He becomes a grifter. But I mean, he's not our ruler. He's just an agitator. So... All right. Let's do this. Did I misread that? I don't It seemed like it was good for me. Interest 22. Regulatory bodies. 51%. Hopefully get some good positive ticks here. Sweden defensive pact. I don't necessarily need the defensive pact, but this is presumably one step we could take towards an alliance, which maybe we could use some allies against someone like Portugal, for example, and the Netherlands. What is their situation? They have an alliance with Sardinia Piedmont, defensive pact with... Okay, some middling people, not huge, not small. I mean, that would take a lot of influence, but we have some to spare. I'm going to decline. I don't think you're major enough. France, try to improve relations with these two big ones again, and Austria. Okay, and Prussia's there. That's fine. Okay. More of the big players will be willing to join join defensive pacts or alliances with us as we get stronger, which is certainly the plan. I don't want to decrease my colonial strength generation. That's crazy. Also, yeah, I don't care about the Netherlands, so... Or I suppose I care about them, but not in a positive manner. Of course, I'm talking about in-game. In reality, the Netherlands is cool, man. British, okay. Everyone's got different flags. Everything's like, you know, British Republic, Kingdom of France, United States of America, who have not manifested their destiny in any way whatsoever. Maybe that's still to come, or maybe something has just gone real weird here. Enactment time go up. So will give us a setback, but more success. And it's going to radicalize them more, which, again, I don't know if it matters. Landowners' popularity, no. We're going to say this. Okay. This movement's going to be potentially annoying. I mean, at some point, we might be fine to stop colonizing. Okay, we're about a third dead. Well, maybe 2/5. I'd still like to burn off a little bit more, and then we'll start constructing. Maybe I leave the taxes on for a little bit. Oh, native uprising. Okay. That's fine. We just have the one army now, right? I kind of did want to split you up. Because I don't think I have to mobilize all of you, but just in case... Ah, this is going to lead to this. Okay, we're just going to have to abandon that colony. Can I... No. I'm just going to back down out of this, because this place is not actually going to be helpful to us. So, all they want to do is conquer their territory over here. I'm going to accept and hope very much that I'm understanding this correctly. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that that was all fine. We just lost our colony over here, which is okay because it wasn't going to work properly regardless. Ammunition shortage. I mean, that may have just been while we were... presuming war, but because well, I'll mobilize, but I'll set up the imports anyway. I still would like, and this is a common complaint. It's not just me. I'm certainly not having an original thought here. A lot of people have indicated that the war industry, right, both your small arms, your artillery, and your munitions, have this like weird situation where at peacetime, the value goes down to like a single copper piece. But then you go to war and all of a sudden you've got a shortage, and it's very hard to like, because there's no stockpiling mechanic or anything like that. So it's constantly feast or famine. And I don't know if that's something that's being addressed or if they've got plans or if it's something that I could be tweaking with, you know, something in my mobilization settings. I have no idea. But while I'm thinking about it. Oh, also, let's conscript side. Get you guys upgraded. Okay, maybe I'll let this finish and then we'll go and split the army. Visitors from the colonists. Ah, yes. Yeah, we're not going with option 2 because negative colonial growth speed. So we're going to keep going. I mean, we're big ass jerks. That's what we are. All right, I'm calling this a third. Tell you what, I'll unpause now while keeping the taxes up because I don't like that we're not doing this. Oh, actually, weirdly balanced economy? Wow. I mean, we're still have the increased taxes, but all right, dangerous working conditions. Go there. I don't think I'm going to necessarily boost any of that. Home affairs, no. Health system, for unless I need to, you know. Nope. All right. I'm going to leave things where they are. Although I have a crap ton of bureaucracy available. Jeez. All the buttons available, but I'm not going to mess with them. Oh yeah, research Zeppelins. We'll see if we can do that next. Just because it would be cool and fun. Oh, okay. Movement to enact state atheism. Relationships develop to the point of someone openly supporting it. Political movement support. So, that would be interesting. Now, I think this is very linked into positivism. Wow. We actually wouldn't get any radicalization whatsoever. You know what? Let's do it. Boom. So, right now we have freedom of conscience. We're skipping right over total separation, going to state atheism. So, Catholic Church loses the political strength. We get more authority, more conversion. Conversion to what? To atheist? Unlock state atheism for urban buildings. Right. When enacted, all POPs in Belgium immediately reconsidered interest group support. Atheists become the state religion. It's anti-religious policies, plus 100% conversion rate. 10% of the POPs in incorporated states become atheists. You know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to find out what this feels like. Negative authority. I could drop a consumption tax. I think probably all I'll do is stop suppressing here. Get that back up. All right. Did I? Oh! This is not like a suppress or bolster. I'm like, I thought I already hit this button. But no, you can hit this once per year. Okay. Huh. I would like a reminder of when I can hit this button because I kind of want to see what we can do here. Hell on Earth. Yep, can't slow down production. Sorry. Oh yeah, we have tons of money. If I were to drop the taxes again, that's actually quite tolerable. Like we would go negative, but not too negative. Pneumatic tools, resource discovery chance, more hardwood, constructor sector throughput. Nice. But now we're looking for Zeppelins, which I think is under society over here, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do it. 5% more market access price. Uh-huh. That's like the local stuff. Skyscrapers, which we haven't even done. I think we get a decision for it, don't we? To like scout a skyscraper site. Oh, there it is. Oh, probably because we needed steel frame construction for it. It's going to cost us bureaucracy. That's okay. We have it to spare. Yeah. Let's do skyscrapers. Okay, let's keep this pin just because it'll get rid of the number over here. There's not well, okay, I was going to say it's not something we can necessarily specifically pursue. That's not entirely true. If I can move to census or universal suffrage, yes. But yeah, it's just about keeping this clear so we can keep an idea of things. Ships of the air. I don't know what the research timer was on that. Oh, 3 years left. Oh, maybe not then. Oh, look at the negative number all of a sudden. Glass and explosive price just went up like crazy. Okay, let's see globally our glass works. Okay. I'm going to reset everything to the middle point here of ceramics. It says it's going to completely tank the price of glass. I'm not sure that's entirely true. I'm going to do this. Yeah, as I say, I'm pretty sure glass is still going to be stupid expensive. Now, explosives... We're going to come back to the glassworks in a bit. Explosive factories. Now, I mean, all of our factories are on the strongest mode for that. Some of it's being auto-expanded, which is good. See, our capitalists and things are building them in these colonial states too, which may or may not have the qualifications. Yeah, I mean, they're not insanely high, but they're definitely there. I'm going to alt-click one at the top of the queue over here. Definitely don't want to be lowering taxes now. Okay, native uprising, go. Alright, yeah, I'll mobilize you as is. It's going to be ridiculous overkill. And I got to remember to try to do this. And yeah, we need a lot more convoys, because every time I mobilize my troops, especially if I'm moving all of them like this, our convoys are getting absolutely just overwhelmed with demand. So I got to build a crap ton more ports. And crank machine gun. We weren't even researching it. That's pretty good. The Brussels Citizens Association. Social club, which the educated class held a salon in Brussels. Their role speaking in favor of state atheism. Yep. That's interesting. I'm just going to take the flat out plus 10% chance here. Feminism unlocked. Oh, good! Oh, that'll be a good law to pursue next. British Congo claiming some stuff. All right. That's fine. Yeah, this is just, I mean, ludicrous. 57 against 1. I need to make a little micro army for these things. I need maybe like a stack of 5 infantry. Just to deal with these situations without going insane. So yeah, our interest debt is going to get a little worse here. It's going to have to be okay. Coal was still relatively expensive. Actually, it's gone down. Okay, we can cancel those coal mines. I might still want to construct things, right? Despite the debt load. But I might want to reevaluate what I'm constructing. Just maybe taking a look at seeing the shortages. But it's like shortages, but also compare the price, right? Like it's not, you know, plus 12% is not dire bad. Rather than making tools first, maybe I should make glass first. And the deficit's not as bad when we're at peace. Actually, maybe the thing to do is some more universities. We're getting more literacy, so we can certainly support a lot more. I think I like that idea. Yeah, corruption's a tool. And so am I. Five more universities in Flanders, and then I might do Wallonia afterwards. Let's start with this. Skyscraper study is going. Ships of the air. Yeah, no. So we're not going to finish this. That's a shame. I'll still research the Zeppelins. I mean, we've invested some now, so that's going to have to be okay. Glass expensive. Any good import routes? Oh, for a second it looked like there was. We'll just go and expand some glass works. I can't remember. Is there a place to quickly find out what our maximum stacking bonus is? I'm sure I found a place somewhere. Or is it just counting up the techs? Economy of scale. Ah, there, plus 50. Okay. So maybe I'll keep building them here. maybe I will go ahead and spread them out a little bit. Because Wallonia has construction offices, which means it is a place that is consuming glass. I mean, plus under other industries probably too. Mission to Africa. Okay. I think we've mostly been hitting this button. I think I might not hit it now just because it thematically doesn't make sense with us also trying to push atheism. So we'll say we are there for the glory of Belgium, not the glory of God. I wonder if we stop getting that event once we become atheist. I think it's my first time becoming atheist in this game. Ooh, I do not want that. Can I tank a second? I'm going to tank a second setback. But I don't love that. Last pricey, build those. Money, it's fine. Not great, but it's fine. I was gonna say, we could probably get more interest, and indeed we can. Maybe open up some trading partners. Okay. This is probably going to give me isolated. Oh, it was, and then it's not. Okay. Oh, did this suddenly disappear? It may have. Oh, I thought it was paused. Dang it. British Congo has taken notice of our colony in Belgian Horrorland, attempting to force their claim on it. No, we got there first. Deal with it. I'm going to go and just start all the colonies now. Alt-click the port. It is spreading our efforts, but I want to get as many footholds as we can now. Interest activated. Oh, and then the other thing is, yeah, more ports. So, certainly the one that was disconnected, but then, in addition to that, and I'm okay with kind of spreading these out. These will give us a little bit of infrastructure in a bunch of different places that might benefit from it. Yeah. Although Flanders does need some infrastructure. You know what? You're going to get... I'm going to go all the way to level 10 port in Flanders. Done. Okay, we have state atheism. 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 I don't know why that sounds wrong to me. Then I decide to add an extra syllable. Like, that's not how it works. Yeah, we're going to do this. State atheism for urban centers. So if we were to go here, urban centers are usually at the bottom, are they not? Okay, so that's forced on. Because there was churches, we're going to do this. So yeah, no more clergymen. Oh. I want you to be publicly traded, please. It might be time to get our electricity going, too. We've done this. Now... Oh, they're at 4. Okay, I was going to say, I might have to start suppressing the Catholic Church, but I think that might just be done. Migration controls, I don't really want that. Although, I say that, it kind of is our vibe, isn't it? If we're never going to go fully multicultural, then maybe we'd want it. I don't know. Let's just not worry about it for now. Money's kind of break-even point, although we're still running higher taxes. Yeah, let's get these going on. How's our prices? Glass still pricey. I mean, we're building this glass work, and we did just build a few, but ports, I think, build very quickly. So we'll rip through that fairly fast. How's my infamy? Because we did get an event that generated a little bit. Okay, it's not bad at all. We could set ourselves up some more wars in here too, just to clean up things like Sokoto, Bornu. I still think Portugal's probably going to be a target for us. Yeah, okay, I mean, -8 right now while doing our construction. This is actually pretty good. Again, we still get the increased taxes. That's okay. National supremacy pop support. Racist reactions. Owing to... Lucky they're given any job at all. Factories in Benin been reported to be placing fully people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions, owing to their status as second... Oh, I see. So, as colonials, we're making not us people work crappy jobs. Option A is saying, this is not right. So then it becomes more pop support for national supremacy. Okay, I see. Because the racists react to it. Or we can just say they're lucky they've been giving any jobs whatsoever. A lot of negative things happen from us hitting this. But it feels like exactly how we're playing, right? They're lucky they're given any jobs at all. Wow, we are absolute a-holes. Holy cow. Absolute a-holes is what we are. Now, after we deal with the ports, and we still have quite the excess of grain. Any new exports available? We can send a little bit to the Prussian market. I mean, there's the highlights over here. This is not always the most helpful. Ooh, that's not too bad. We have a shortage of 600 iron, and we can get some pretty profitable import routes over here. So that's okay. Short on some steel, but there's no steel. That's the thing. It's like, it's not always helpful because it's like, oh, we have a shortage or whatever, but I mean, it's just showing there's a demand for import, not that there's an option to satisfy it. I guess these could be good hints about what to build next as well, right? So, I mean, steel. If we're going to build more steel mills, we're going to need more iron as well. Oh, and coal just peeked in there. Makes me think what we maybe do is slap down a few more iron and coal mines and then some steel mills. Which... kind of hard to argue with, yeah. Sure. So... a lot of job seekers in Benin, but not qualifications. It might just be a shortage of things like capitalists or something. I suspect this might be a little bit of a, if you build it, they will come. There's enough people here, eventually they'll get there. I'll queue one up no matter what over there for sure. And then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then coal mines. I'll get one of them in Benin as well. One in Wallonia, and then my most prosperous other colonies. Is that only 4? No, that's 5. Okay. Oh, I guess there was already one being built in Kenzebe? Or Kazembe, from probably my private industry. And then steel. Those are still going to be in places like Flanders and Wallonia. I'll build a couple of steel mills in each one of these places. One of these places has, of course, all of our own iron mines, but we'll spread it out a little. It's okay. Well, I say that. Should I go for pure vertical integration? I know I'm sort of kind of misusing vertical. Am I misusing it? So coal and iron mines here because Flanders doesn't have that. Yeah, okay. I'll just shift click, queue up 5 steel mills over here, which may or may not be consuming more iron and coal than I'm producing with the new mines. I don't know. Okay, skyscraper survey completed. Lay the foundations. Let's construct a skyscraper to the journal in Belgium. We'll expound power plants as well. Construct a skyscraper is there. Now, skyscraper shows up... there it is. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Hopefully it's fine at the bottom of the queue there. Yeah, it's not a timed thing, so that's okay. Ships the area. It's not going to complete, which is a shame. I will also queue up 5 more universities in Wallonia. Slight deficit. I would really love to see, because we're running higher taxes, I would love to see us run a surplus for now, with the idea to eventually drop the extra taxes, but 'tis what it is. Do I want to pull back on my port production? Again, if we mobilize our troops, although speaking of, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to split my army up into probably 3, like 2 major armies and 1 little micro one. And we're going to continue this next time. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you're still enjoying it. As always, remember to drop, likes and comments and all those things, because it's very helpful for the channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.